PTSD will have you believing that everything needs to be perfect. Your surroundings need to be perfect. Your environment needs to be perfect. Your kids need to be perfect. Your life needs to be perfect and predictable. Perfection in the eyes of PTSD is predictable. I need to know that I am safe. I need to know that I'm not going to be triggered because being triggered sends me back there. Oh, because being triggered sends me back there, because being triggered sends me back there, and I don't know how to respond because I couldn't respond then. I had to suppress my response to keep myself safe, and so now I overreact. I lash out. I let my emotions control me. I yell, I cuss, I scream, I push people away. I I fight my frustration, my loneliness, my anger. I don't allow myself to feel these things. I don't allow these things to sit with me. Noises irritate the fuck out of me. Smells make me sick to my stomach. PTSD will have me believing that things need to be perfect, that I need to behave. I need to present myself in a certain way so that I'll be accepted, so I won't be triggered again. So I won't be triggered again, so I won't be triggered again. So I won't experience this trauma after and after and after. So I won't regain intrusive thoughts. So I won't regain the sense that I am not worthy, that I am not worthy, that I am not worthy of love and affection and attention, of comfort and nurturing and kindness. PTSD will have me believing that I need to be perfect. I need to be isolated so that I can control my environment. I need to be isolated so I can control my response, so I can control my mood, so I can control what is going to happen, so I can control what's going to happen, so I don't have to experience a trigger. So I don't have to go back there. So I don't have to go back there because I don't want to go back there. I don't. I don't. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to feel the things my body felt. I don't want to feel that discomfort. I don't. I don't want to feel it. I don't. PTSD tries to protect me from those feelings, protect me from feeling helpless, from feeling worthless, from feeling useless, from feeling unwanted. And so I shrink. I shrink to be acceptable. I gain a perfectionist mindset. I try to control what's out of my control. I try to control people and their responses. And I think about how they would feel if I say certain things. And so I tune it a certain way so that I get the response that is palatable for my PTSD, for my mood, for my mindset. I try to control everything so that I don't have to control me, so that I don't feel out of control, so I don't feel unsafe, so I don't feel unsafe. Damn, damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy in the sense that this is so helpful. This realization is so helpful. This realization is so beneficial to me. Um, and to say it out loud and hear it, to hear how this is the way the illness works and this is how it works within me, but to hear it and know that it's irrational to think that I can control everyone and everything when I only have control over me. Even as a parent, I don't have control over my kids' mood. I don't have control over their actions. I don't have control, and that's okay. It's not my place. It's not my place. It is my place to be my safe space so that when I am triggered, I can calm myself down. I can tap into myself and calm myself down, reassure myself, comfort myself, nurture myself, and not react. respond, and not be guided by my emotions, but be guided by my intuition. It's up to me to connect with me and do the work with me to get that level to that level. Instead, I've been truly just connecting with ways that I can control my environment. And it's not been totally that. Of course, I work on me. I connect with myself. I've regained connection with my intuition. I listen to her as often as I can. There are times where I do what I want. I'm hard-headed. I'm a hard-headed child. Um, but just knowing this is just, I feel a weight lifted because I really try to behave. I tame myself to prevent myself from being hurt, to prevent myself from going back to those traumas, to prevent myself from being traumatized and triggered, to prevent myself from being triggered. But the reality is being triggered. I said it before. I'm going to say it again and again. Being triggered is not a bad thing. Now, I'm not saying put yourself in harm's way, put yourself in a line of fire. I'm not saying go do something that could potentially get you sexually harassed. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can be triggered in an everyday situation, like when you're hanging out with your kids and they jump on you, or if you brush someone and it's a stranger and they accidentally brush your butt or whatever. Either way it goes, you can be triggered in any situation. And your triggers are going to change as you grow and heal, and that is okay. It's going to happen. You cannot lock yourself away like this little princess that needs to be saved. That's not how life works. It's not. It's not. And I need you to know that. I need you to believe that. I need you to know that locking yourself away, isolating yourself, closing yourself off from people is not going to serve you. Minimizing your connection with people, minimizing your relationships with people is not going to serve you. You have to allow yourself to engage with others. It is going to enhance your healing. It is going to um, help you to get to know yourself because you'll get to know your triggers. You'll get to know why you're triggered. You'll get to know maybe you'll remember something from your past and that will connect some dots and elevate your healing. And sometimes you feel like because sometimes it's a suffering, right? Sometimes it's like a slow burn, the things that you realize and you have to sit with. And sometimes it's quick and you acknowledge it, you move through it and you move on. And you never know which one you're going to get. But the reality is you live in a storm. That that is the call on your life. That is the way your life is going to be. You live in a storm, but you are the light in the storm. When there's a storm, the sun is still there. The clouds are just covering it. The sun is still there. It just may look a little dimmer than before. That is okay. 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 It's okay to have fluctuations in your brightness because sometimes you need to be dimmed to be worked on. You need to be dimmed to heal so that you can shine brighter. Okay? And I'm not saying dim yourself. I'm not saying shrink yourself. I'm not saying allow your PTSD or any of your other illnesses to shrink you. That is not what we're doing. That is not what we're doing. These illnesses are superpowers. Your PTSD allows you to be more aware, more alert, more observant. You can hear and smell things that you need to hear and smell. You're able to smell things that other people aren't able to smell, like a fire, like the start of a fire. You can prevent fire. You've done it before already because of your sense of smell. These heightened um, senses is a gift. Your hyper awareness is a gift. It helps you with your observation, helps you to connect dots. It helps you to learn about the world around you, learn about yourself, learn about others, and help others. Your illnesses are gifts. They are gifts. They are strengths. And sometimes you use them as weaknesses. And when you try to be a perfectionist, when you try to control your environment and control the narrative of those around you, control their mood, control their growth, control their things, you're using it as a weakness. When you tame yourself, when you tame yourself, when you try to make yourself perfect, when you try to make yourself behave and be obedient to whatever moral or guidelines that are acceptable to society, when you do those things, you're using it as a weakness because you're hiding away parts of yourself. You're hiding away the things that you want, the things that you need, things that you desire. You're hiding them away, and those are parts of you that need to be fulfilled. Those are parts of you that need some attention, and you are not giving them attention. You're giving attention to other areas because those other areas are more acceptable, and that's where the shrinking comes in. That's where the shrinking comes in. You give light to the parts of you that are more acceptable to others. And so the parts of you that are least accepted publicly are left to shrivel up and die. And they don't shrivel up and die. They can be revived. They can get some sunlight. They can get some water. They can get some nutrition. But you have to give it. You have to allow yourself to give into some of this stuff. You have to allow yourself to make mistakes and be a little wild. You have to. You have to. That is what life's about. It's about getting out there and living and enjoying things and experiencing things and learning from those things. That is why children learn so well because they're not afraid to do that. As kids, they get out there, they touch hot stuff. They touch this hot thing. No, that hot thing is too hot. They may touch this other hot thing. Okay, that's okay. I'm okay with that. They might taste this. They lick and taste everything. I'm not telling you to lick and taste everything, baby. But I'm telling you, you have to start experiencing life with all of your senses. You have to start tapping into every part of you and giving light and love to every part of you, not just the parts that are acceptable by others. Okay? And so I'm saying stop letting your PTSD rule you. I'm saying you're in charge. I'm saying there are many parts that make up you and you let different parts of you rule you instead of you being the ruler of all of these different parts. Okay? You are the brain. You are the brain, and your personality and your characteristics and your knowledge and your different levels of knowledge and your creativity and your problem solving and your trauma and your illnesses. Those are the different parts of the body, but your brain, you are the brain. You control all of those parts. You nourish all those parts. You make sure all those parts have what they need to function, and you tell them when to move and how to move. Okay? So I need you to move like the brain, baby. Move like the brain. I need you to be in control of these things. Okay? And I'm not saying tame yourself. I'm just saying move. Let your body move the way it needs to move. Give your body what it needs. Give each part what it needs. Instead of letting one part be dormant and you can't move or you can't speak. That's been the biggest thing, is not being able to speak when you need to speak. Not being able to speak when you need to speak. Not being able to move your feet when you need to move your feet. Not being able to hold a person when a person needs to be held. Not being able to hold yourself when you need to be held. Being afraid of what the next person may say or think and how that will affect your future. You have no control over the thoughts of other people. You have no control over the thoughts of other people. You have no control over the thoughts of other people. That means how they think about you, how they think about what you're doing, how they think about your future. You have no control over that. You don't. You don't. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you tell your side of the story or not. It doesn't matter. You have no control. They're going to think what the fuck they want to think. Let them. You need to move. You need to move. You need to move. You need to be unleashed and stop boxing yourself away. Stop taming yourself. You do not need to be tamed. You do not need to be tamed. I don't care what your illnesses tell you. I don't care what your trauma tells you. You do not need to be tamed. You don't. You don't. If you allow yourself to be and you allow each part of you to get what it needs, You will not need to be tamed. You won't. You gotta live, baby. You got to live. You got to enjoy your life. Give yourself a pleasurable quality life. Allow yourself to tap into these different parts of you. You got to. You can't just be out here dormant, stuck away, isolated. I do believe that you need to be by yourself as far as like not being in a long-term committed relationship. Yeah. But I don't mean you need to close yourself off from people and not hang out with others and not engage with others and just be totally alone. I want you to face those feelings of loneliness and face the feelings of anger and frustration and all of that. Of course, face that stuff. But that doesn't mean put yourself in positions to where you are closed off from everyone and you don't connect with anyone. I know it's hard because with your all of your skills, with your empathic abilities and with your um, with your empathic abilities and your triggers and your anxiety and your trauma and all the things. Sometimes engaging with others is hard. Sometimes engaging with others is hard because um, it hurts. You never know what you're going to expect. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what's going to happen. And so it's hard. It's hard to engage with others. And you have healed, but the reality is, even though you have healed, um, like I said, there's still going to be triggers and there's still going to be off days. There's going to be days where you are more irritable than others. You know what I mean? And so um, you never know what's going to happen. And that makes things challenging for you, but that's okay. It's only going to make you stronger. It's only going to make you stronger to experience these things. Experiencing these things are only going to make you stronger, and they're going to build connections and support systems and people you can escape with and people who can escape with you and people who you can uplift and people who can uplift you. It's going to build those connections and bonds that you need to have. And so I need you to know that it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to not be in control of somebody else. It's perfectly fine because I'm telling you, you will be unsuccessful every time. Every time. Every time you try to control another person, you will be unsuccessful. Every time you try to control your environment, you will be unsuccessful. Things are going to happen. And it's funny to me because um, you know that and you are aware of that and you can thrive in those situations when it's normal, right? Like with events, you know that that's going to happen. You know the way things are with events and that things aren't going to happen the way you expect them to, right? And so you're okay with that during events. You can um you can move in that way during events. Um, but outside of events, you still try to control things. You try to control a person, the way a person may react, the way a person may respond, the way a person views you. And so I just really want you to know, just let it be, just be you, be true to you, be raw, be authentic, be honest with yourself, keep having these conversations with yourself, and remember that a sign that you are using your PTSD as a weakness and not a strength is when you're trying to control a situation or when you're isolating yourself. um, so those are both a control thing, right? Isolating yourself, you isolate yourself so that you can be in control of your environment, so that you um, don't have to worry about being triggered, so you don't have to worry about processing new things, so you don't have to worry about having new breakthroughs that might unleash something new. you know, or when you're with people, you shrink parts of yourself that are not acceptable to others because you don't want to deal with the trauma, you don't want to deal with the rejection, you don't want to deal with the abandonment, right? So those are situations when you feel like you're about to hide a part of yourself, when you feel like you're about to get triggered, breathe, breathe, breathe. And remember that you are an amazing human being. Remember that you are wonderful. Remember that you are lovable the way you are. You are wanted and you are needed and you are just extraordinary. And if the reality comes out to be that the person that you are hanging out with at that time doesn't see that, that's their problem. It's not yours to fix. It's not yours to be like, oh, I'm worth it, I promise, and try to prove yourself to them. It's not worth it. It's not your job to get all in their face and prove to them that you are worthy of this thing or worthy of being in their life. It's not, they're not your people, and that is perfectly fine. There's so many people in the world that are going to be your people, and they may be seasonal, and that's okay too. That's okay too. I love you so much. I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful for you and your knowledge and your mind and your connection and your observations and your illnesses. I'm grateful for the illnesses that make you so powerful. I'm grateful for the storm that you live in. I'm grateful that you are a beautiful, bright, burning star. I love you so much, and I am so excited for this future. I'm excited for this present. I'm excited for all that is coming our way and all that is here. I'm so excited for this. I feel so light and happy now. I feel like this was a really great breakthrough because my goodness, you were bound. You had yourself bound and locked up. You had yourself tied down and tamed. And now I'm giving you permission to be free. I'm giving you permission to be unleashed. I'm giving you permission to pull back the layers and to continue to pull back the layers of love and self-acceptance and self-desire and self-want and self-lust and all the selves, baby, self-confidence, pulling back those layers more and more and more and more and more until the opinions of others is like very faint to where you cannot even hear it, okay? Because the reality is no one makes the rules. Like, you give people permission over these things and you allow them to rule over your life and your finances and the way you move. Because that's what happens. Basically, when you allow these people to shrink you, you're allowing them to make decisions for your life and for your business and for your money and for your family. You're basically allowing them to parent your children. You're allowing them to run your business. You're allowing them to move in this way. You are. When you give someone power over your actions, over your mood in those ways, in these ways, you're giving them permission to rule you. That's what you're doing. And who wants to do that? Because even in a marriage, I don't like supposed to, you are sharing your life with someone. They're not running your life. They're not ruling your life. They're not your ruler, right? So why would you give people permission to rule your life like that? Because you're making decisions based off their opinions or based off what they may think or what they may not think, or what they may say or do. But it's your life. You have to live your life for you. You have to make decisions for you. You have to do what's best for you. Fuck what they think. Fuck what they say. Fuck what they think. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. If they have an issue with you being successful, if they have an issue with you having feelings, if they have an issue with you having a voice, if they have an issue, if they have an issue, if they have an issue involving you being true to yourself, being raw, being authentic, they are not for you. They are not. They are not. If they have an issue with you having PTSD, with you having anxiety, with you having depression, with you having PCOS, with you having a hormone imbalance, with you having an addiction, if they have an issue with you and all of the things that make you you, they are not for you. And that is okay. You want them to leave. You want them to run. You want to let them go. You want to release them because the more people you release and push out of your face, that gives you more room for the people who are supposed to be there The people who are rocking with you, the people who say, fuck, I don't give a fuck, I got PTSD too. Or I don't know, I've never experienced PTSD, but I'm rocking with you because I like the way you speak to me. I like the way you carry yourself. I like the way you move. You have people that are there for you. You have people that are going to rock with you. You have people that are going to lead you, and you have people that you are going to lead, and you have people that are going to be both. You do. You do. But you have to be yourself authentically, consistently for that to happen. You do. You have to be yourself authentically, consistently for that to happen. You have to allow yourself to not be tamed. You have to allow yourself to not hold back. I'm giving you permission to be untamed. I'm giving you permission to be unleashed. I'm giving you permission to be elevated. I'm giving you permission to be disliked. I'm giving you permission to be looked at funny. I'm giving you permission to be talked about. I'm giving you permission to be disliked. I'm giving you permission to be disliked. I'm giving you permission to be disliked. I'm giving you permission to be talked about, to be misunderstood. I'm giving you permission to be misunderstood, to be misunderstood, to be misunderstood. I'm giving you permission to be misunderstood. Yes. I'm giving you permission to thrive in your illnesses, to thrive in being true to yourself, to thrive in your authenticness, to thrive in being raw. I'm giving you permission to be honest with yourself and with others. I'm giving you permission to look in the mirror. I'm giving you permission to dwell and bask in the storm. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to have a pleasurable life. No matter what your circumstances is, you can have a pleasurable life. I'm giving you permission to love your body. Every roll, every crease, every stretch mark, every. I'm giving you permission to love yourself, to accept yourself, to enjoy yourself. I'm giving you permission to have a relationship with you on a deeper level, a deeper level, a deeper level, a deeper level, romantically, emotionally, intellectually. I'm giving you permission to let your intuition guide you. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to fuck the naysayers. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to ignore the naysayers. I'm giving you permission to defy the odds because, baby, you've been defying the odds without trying. Without trying. Your illnesses have protected you thus far to get you where you are today. And so now that you are actually trying, baby, defying the odds is an understatement. You are going to, my goodness, you are doing amazing things. You are wonderful and you are amazing and you are impactful and you are phenomenal and you are a leader and not a follower. Yes? You are the leading star and not the supporting cast. You are you are the manager and not the employee. And you've been the employee, you've been the assistant, you've been the choir member when you were supposed to be the lead singer. You've been these people, right? You've been the background singer when you were supposed to be the lead. You've been these things so you know how to move with those who are on your team. You know how to lead because you've been in those positions. You understand people on a deeper level because of your empathic abilities, because of your trauma, because of the things you've been through. So you know how to speak to people. You know how to communicate with them. You know how to connect with their emotions. You know how to help them help you, right? Walk in it. Walk in it. Stop hiding this stuff away. Stop hiding this stuff away. The things that you know based off your experience and your observation and connecting the dots and redefining and doing research. The things that you know are things that people go to school to know, and you know it right here and right now. Right here and right now, you know it. Right here and right now, you know it. You don't need anyone to validate you. You are validated by me. You're validated by God. You have been validated. You don't need any more validation. You got this. You got this. You got this. You are the ruler of your life. You are the ruler of your life. You are the author of your life. You are in charge. You are the expert. You have always been the expert. You have spoken with experts, but they can only advise you so much because they are not you. You know the way your mind works. You know your history. You know what your anxiety tells you things. It dwells on the future. So it dwells on based off where you want to go and what you want to do and what problems can arise. You know all of these things. Those who advise you only get a piece of you. They don't get the whole picture. You are the expert. You are the expert. And I'm not saying that doesn't mean you can't consult with other experts. Their opinion is valid. The ones that count, of course, you know, all the things. Their opinions are valid. Their opinions are valid, but their opinions are not law, and their opinions are to be taken with a grain of salt and to be reflected on and to communicate with your intuition and let your intuition decide for you. That's the way it works. Everything goes through the intuition filter, and then I move. And then I move. I'm not rushing to make decisions. I'm not jumping to conclusions. I'm allowing things to go through the intuition filter, and then I will move according to what she tells me to do. That's what we're doing. It's going to take work. It's going to take honesty. It's going to take us being patient and not just being impulsive. It's going to take those things because those are things that we are unlearning. Those are things that we are adapting to. But I'm telling you, baby girl, you got to do it because there's so much you're sitting on. So much you're sitting on, so much you're sitting on, so much you're sitting on. And I don't want you to sit on it anymore. I want you to share it. 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 Your tribe is out there. And I love the word tribe because tribe is, we help each other. It's not me being the leader who's just telling you what to do. You do this, you do this, you did this. No, you need to do this. No, it's an exchange. We're helping one another. I love the word tribe. I like that. Honestly, I like it better than community. Tribe. My tribe is out there. My tribe is out there. And they cannot find me because I'm not consistently being me. I'm letting my PTSD speak for me. I'm letting my anxiety speak for me. I'm letting my emotions speak for me. I'm letting my past speak for me. The biggest thing is letting my trauma speak for me because trauma be speaking for me, honey. I'm letting her keep me. I'm letting her tuck me away. I'm letting her hide me. I'm letting her hide me, embracing and slapping a name like isolation ship on it. You can work on you and spend time with you and be tucked away with you and still be connected because it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm hidden away, period. No, you can still engage with other people and connect with people and be true to yourself. You were just hiding because of the triggers and the trauma. And so I just want you to be, I want you to know that you are worthy of existing in a world with other people. You are worthy of connecting with others. You are worthy of having relationships that are not based off sex, relationships that are not based off a romantic relationship, relationships. You are worthy of those connections and you don't believe you are. You don't believe you are because you believe that with all your illnesses, you are difficult. Okay, so be fucking difficult. You're worthy of it though. You're worthy of whatever comes with this. And I mean that when I say that, I mean that you are worth it. The time with you, the energy that you have, the connection that you have, the person that you are worth whatever like little struggles that come with that, you know? So if you're engaging with someone and, you know, say you're engaging with someone and, you're triggered, and so you may lash out or you may be dismissive or whatever. But you come back and you let them know it wasn't them. It wasn't them. It was, you responding to things the way you would have if it was, you were triggered. Whatever. You come back and you apologize and you connect with them and you guys grow deeper and connected and grow from that. You're worth that. And you're not the only one who's like that. I feel like sometimes because you live in this world of healing, and you live in this world of, you know, managing all these different illnesses, you think that you're the only one who has all these fucking problems and people are just out here in relationships, getting in relationships when they're healed. That is not the reality. The reality is we all have some trauma. We all have a mental illness. And we're all out here connecting with others, and there are people who are thriving. You are worthy of being connected to. You are worthy of being connected to. You are worthy of having a relationship that does not revolve around sex. You are. You are. You are. And I need you to believe that. I need you to know that. I need you to know. I need you to know. I need you to know that you are worthy of a love that is not manipulative. Mm. You're worthy of a love that is not manipulative. You're worthy of a relationship that is not manipulative. Mm. You are. You are so worthy, mama. And it makes me sad that you don't see this consistently. It makes me sad that you don't see this consistently. It makes me sad that when you're with other people, sometimes that's overshadowed and you feel like you have to go into overdrive to be seen as worthy. It makes me sad, but what makes me happy is that we're having this conversation. What makes me happy is you can come back and listen to this later on whenever you're feeling that way. What makes me happy is that because I am the one telling you, you can come back to this and you know this in your heart. You know this in the depths of you. You know this. That's what makes me happy. Because now that we're having this conversation, these words will find you when you need them. When you need them, they will find you. When you need them, they will find you. When you need them, they will find you. And your sense of self, your sense of honesty with yourself will be stronger and more powerful. You'll be able to move the way you want to move and do what you want to do. You will. I believe in you. I believe in your power. I believe in your strength. I believe that your self-destructive ways are melting away. Your fear of success is melting away. Your fear of the unknown is melting away, and it is empowering you. Your self-acceptance is strengthening, and you're peeling back those layers, and it's increasing your self-love, and you're being more raw and authentic. And I'm just trying to kick it into overdrive. I'm just trying to kick it into overdrive. Yes, 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 yes. Because there's so much power that you're sitting on. I can feel it. I feel it. There's so much power that you're sitting on. It's just trying to break through the surface, and we got to do it. That means we have to experience those triggers to do it, to scrape off that stuff. It's just beneath the surface. We have to keep healing and thriving and connecting with others to get us over there, to get us over there. The reality is, as much as you heal alone, that parallel healing is so beneficial to you. Healing next to someone. Healing next to someone, hearing someone else's testimony, giving your testimony and hearing how it helped the next person. All of that helps you more than you realize. Sharing your story on your podcast, sharing your story through your poetry, all of that helps you more than you realize. It does. It does. And so you need to be consistent. You need to show up consistently. You need to be raw and authentic consistently. You need to be vulnerable consistently. You do. You do. And you have been. And we just need to kick it up a notch. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Notch by notch, inch by inch, the sky's the limit. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. I believe in you. And I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I am grateful for your honesty and your vulnerability. And I just, I love you.